and welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna talk about June's new book releases that I want to read. I got 5 books for June that I hopefully one day will read because they sound so good. Now let's talk about the books. So, I'm gonna start with the books that comes out June 11. So I will start with a book called Horror Movie. I will put a picture somewhere in the video. But a chilling twist on the cursed film genre from the author of the Palabears Club and the Cabin at the End of the World. In June 1993, a group of young filmmakers spent 4 weeks making Horror Movie, a notorious disturbing art horror flick. The weird part, only 3 of the film scenes were ever released to the public, but the Horror Movie has nevertheless grown a rabid fan base. 3 decades later, Hollywood is pushing for a big budget reboot. The man who played the Thin Kid is the only surviving cast member. He remembers all too well the secrets buried within the original screenplay, the bizarre events of the filming, and the dangerous crossed lines on the set that resulted in tragedy. And now we get to see, I don't think this is it is fiction and it's horror, and yeah, so it's not based on real events, but I do think it sounds so good, and yes, it sounds so good, and of course I want to read it. This book comes out June 11. And then we have just the cover, just the title to this book made me want to read it, and synopsis to this sounds something I would like to read. This book comes out June 11 as well. One night, locked in the library, what could go wrong? On the night before graduation, 7 students gather in the basement of their university rare books library. They are not allowed in the library after closing time. But it is the perfect place for the ritual they want to perform, one borrowed from the Greeks said to free those who take part in from the fear of death. And what better time to seek the wisdom of ancient gods than the hours before to scatter in the scattering directions to start their real lives. So we have some students here that's going to do a ritual, and in a library, what could go wrong here? So yes, this book comes out June 11 as well, and it says it's a mystery thriller horror. So if you're into that, I think you might like it, and it's going to be published June 11. I know I said that, but yes. Now we're going to talk about the books that comes out June 25. So we have The Eyes That Are the Best Parts. Now when I saw this, it sounded very new, but it's also a horror book. But here's the thing. Feminist psychological horror about the making of a female serial killer, a Korean American perspective. And I'm not going to say the names because I will not be able to do it. But we have The Eyes Are the Best Part is a story of a family falling apart and trying to find their way back to each other, marking a bold new voice in horror that will leave readers mesmerized and craving more. And you know, the first part when I read Making of a Female Serial Killer, yes, so if you want to read more about the book, go to Goodreads. But yeah, this book comes out June 25. And then we have Two Sides of Every Murder. This is from the author of How to Survive Your Murder. Comes a propulsive thriller about two teens who return to the site of famous murder case that sealed their fates. Most people's births aren't immortalized in the police reports, but Olivia was born during the infamous Camp Lost Lake murders. 17 years later, Olivia's life looks pretty perfect until she discovers the man she called Dad is not her biological father. Now she wants to answer about the bloodline, and the only place she knows to look is Camp Lost Lake. Yes, please. I have the other book by this author. I haven't read it yet. I want to listen to it, so if I found it, I might make a reading vlog when I read both the other book and this book by this author. So that is all the books in June that comes out that I want to read. Of course, this is only 5 books in June that comes out, but it will be more, I guess. But these are 5 books in June that I want to read that comes out. What do you think? Are there some of this book you want to read? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, share, and I will see you next time in another video. Thank you for watching.